my beautiful friends, what is up and welcome back to the Hair by Kait YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I created some fun purple peekaboos with Pulp Riot's permanent color line, Faction 8. So this is my client's starting point. We usually do some baby lights on her, but we're trying to stay away from lightening her hair because we really want it to grow and just be as healthy as possible. I have a few different formulas that I'm going to be using today, but before I share those with you guys, I do want to remind you that this is just a quick tutorial. If you are looking for more in-depth education, check out the links down below. I have a few different options for you there. You can check out my website for all of my existing courses and classes, or you can check out my Eventbrite link, which will show you my upcoming classes, whether they are live or virtual. So backstory on this client, like I said, we usually do some baby lights, but since we are trying to stay away from lightening, I decided just to use a deposit color only. So I'm using Pulp Riot's permanent line Faction 8 for all of our colors today. We're not going to be doing any lifting. Our main goal for today was to add some purple into her hair, and we decided to go with purple peekaboos because her job actually does not allow unnatural hair colors, but we're just going to ask for forgiveness instead of permission. So I'm using 3 different formulas. My base formula, what I'm applying at her roots, is 6.1, which is Pulp's level 6 ash, and I'm using that just to cool off her natural hair color a little bit and just make it a little bit cooler than what grows out of her head. For the purple peekaboos, I'm using 12.2, which is a violet shade from Pulp Riot's Interstellar series, and I'm adding some of the 0.22 booster in with that to really give us a nice, pretty purple. And the good thing about using Faction 8 shades to create the purple is because it's an oxidative color just like our base color, I can melt the 2 in together. If I had chosen to do a semi-permanent color for the purple, I wouldn't be able to directly melt it into the Faction 8 base because the oxidative color would eat through the semi-permanent. So since all of our formulas are coming from an oxidative color line, I can color melt them together to give her a perfect blend without having to do a lot of additional work. So what you're seeing me do from the nape of her neck up to around occipital bone is melt the 6.1 just to cool off the base into our purple formula. I'm not doing any kind of crazy techniques here. This is just your basic color melt. And because we still want her to look blonde on top, once I pass the occipital bone, I'm going to be melting our 6.1. That's going to stay our base color throughout her entire head. I'm going to be melting the 6.1 into the 9.2, which is also from Pulp Riot's permanent Faction 8 line. The 9.2 is a level 9 violet, so I chose this for our top part of our color melt to keep her blonde, but just cool it off a little bit. The 9.2 is just going to act like a little bit of toner for her existing blonde, so we can make it a little bit cooler without actually having to go in and work with a lightener. All of our formulas are mixed at equal parts with Pulp Riot's 10 volume. I definitely recommend using Pulp Riot's developer with their color line because their developer is going to give their color such a creamy consistency. So if you are creating a color melt, it's going to help make sure that your colors blend together so effortlessly and you don't have to spend a ton of extra time making sure that they blend. I've also added in Olaplex number 1 into all of our formulas. I use Olaplex in every chemical service in my salon, whether you're getting a color or a lightener or even just a toner. Olaplex number 1 is an essential part of any chemical service because the Olaplex number 1 is going to work while your color is processing. It will link up any broken bonds that are in the hair and prevent any bonds from breaking while you're doing your chemical service. Olaplex is a must in any service for my clients and myself. Now that we're working through the crown section of her hair, I am using our base color melted into our light violet mixtures because we just want to tone the blonde and cool off her base a little bit. And I'm going to be using the same formula for almost her entire front sections. A few little pieces right around her face I did melt into the purple ends, but I did want to keep the purple a little more discreet for this service because we do not want her to get fired. We're going to let her process at room temperature for 35 minutes, and I love this part because we can already see our purple coming into play. After our processing was complete, I shampooed her with the Olaplex number 4 and 5. I also did the number 2 Olaplex treatment just to make sure all of those bonds are nice and sealed. I also styled her with the Olaplex number 6 and 7. Those are my go-to stylers before I blow out hair because you get frizz control, heat protection, and shine just from 2 quick products. If you guys are interested in trying out Olaplex products for yourself, I will post a link in the description box right down below so you can easily find and order what we used in this video. I'm finishing up our style by just giving her some loose beachy waves with my Babyliss flat iron. I also prepped her hair for the flat iron by using Tripoli, which is Pulp Riot's thermal protectant. It's my favorite for use before a hot tool because it coats the hair with a dry spray and just ensures that we're getting all of the heat protection. And here is our finished look. We definitely have some amazing pops of purple in here, but hopefully not too much to where we get in trouble at work. I also love how just a quick color melt was able to give her such a nice cool shadow root and really tone all of that warmth and brassiness out of her blonde. Again, if you guys are wanting more in-depth education, don't forget to check out those links below for all of my courses and classes. That's all I had for you today, guys. If you have any questions about our process, formulas, or anything like that, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to help you where I can. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!